Welcome, everyone, to another episode of A Sister and Her Mister. Today we have Josie with us. She's a fellow sister who lost 120 pounds with PCOS, reversed her symptoms, facial hair, hair loss, irregular periods, and is now managing her insulin resistance and adrenal fatigue like a boss. Welcome, Josie.
Welcome, Josie.
What an
Hi.
intro.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Doctor said you got PCOS. Now go on, girl, just lose some weight. Till I took the symptoms into my own hands and reversed them naturally.
So great to have you here. And I have to say, a real quick comment, kind of off topic, but I love like the paint or the portraits behind you. I say that because we've been looking for portraits and like paintings for the last year. We haven't bought a single one, but we've been like trying to fill up our house. So I love what you have.
Thank you. I inherited it from my papa. So
Aw.
look at antique stores. That's where I always go, or my grandparents.
Okay, that's a good
that.
tip. I
Yeah.
can tell it has like a cool antique touch to it. So
Yeah.
I love that.
So thank you for coming on our podcast. We had so much fun when we went live together on Instagram, and I've never seen so much comments on an IG live because it's like amazing that you lost 120 pounds with PCOS naturally. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
Like, tell us about how you were diagnosed with PCOS and just the moment that you realized that your body wasn't like other women's and how that really changed your relationship with food.
So how I was diagnosed with PCOS was when I was around, I think, 16, 17. My mom sent me an article online that said, hey, look into this, and it's describing what PCOS is. And literally every symptom from irregular periods, weight gain, facial hair, and anything else you can think of, I was experiencing. And so then I went to my doctor, and when my gynecologist told me I didn't have it because I didn't have the cyst, I was like, that doesn't make sense because something still is going on. So when I saw, was it? I always forget the word because I'm not good with doctors, but I saw a different doctor that told me that I do have PCOS.
Endocrinologist.
Yes, there
Yeah.
it is.
It's interesting how the first doctor got it so wrong because you don't need to have cysts to
Yeah.
have PCOS. So
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
And so they were just like, yeah, your hormones are fine. You just have a little bit of raised testosterone levels, but outside of that, you're okay. And I was like, right.
Even that little bit of extra testosterone could give a person a full-on beard. Like that is not, it doesn't matter what the paper says.
And both of my parents have a lot of hair, so I got the full beard coming in. So I was just like, okay, I want this gone. So really what like also helped me realize my body wasn't like others is I was doing personal training 3 times a week, 30 minutes, eating a high protein diet, and while also trying to like cut calories, and I was still gaining weight. It was just nothing was happening. I was still exhausted, stressed out, and I was just a really angry person. Like I didn't understand where my anger was coming from. It was just something would go wrong, and I was just in a fit of rage. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do with this anymore.
It's that testosterone
Yeah.
screaming at you.
Like makes you feel like you're not yourself or like you're a completely different person.
Yeah. And so when I read that, hey, testosterone elevated levels can do that, I was like, all right, something's got to change. And so I started looking online. And for me, I'm very skeptic with what I read online. So I was like, I don't know what to trust. So I went to my trusty Instagram and looked for people who actually experience PCOS and are helping share that. That's where I found you guys.
That's amazing.
And yeah, from there, it was just, I started taking spearmint tea. What are the other? I started taking omega-3s. And I'm trying to remember, it was like this orange turmeric supplement.
Oh,
Curcumin.
curcumin?
Yes,
Yeah.
curcumin, and then the Suki 10. I started taking
Cookie 10, yeah.
Yeah, just as much as I could, like as obviously prescribed, but I got all the supplements I could as quickly as possible because I was like, I need a change and I want to be healthy.
Yeah.
And
it's amazing.
so when I started those supplements, I started getting energy. And from there, I started walking more, doing lymphatic massages, and just slowly changing my diet to actually getting the calories I need in a day, cutting out gluten and dairy, and just trying to cut out inflammation.
That's all. What was that? What helped you with the shift to like not eat less, cut calories, and work out harder? Like, what was the thing that kind of changed your mindset on that to help you kind of do more sustainable stuff?
I think it was honestly one of your Instagram posts that showed that when you're not eating as much, it puts you into more insulin resistance, more stress, and just raises the symptoms even more. And so, like, okay, let me change that. And at the same time, my dad was going through the elimination diet. And so, just seeing how that was helping him, I kind of followed along his diet as well, lightly, because it's very similar, I feel like, to what a PCOS diet is, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when my body just shifted a whole lot, where it's like, okay, we're finally getting the nutrients we need, and now we can start doing what we need to do. I did gain a little bit of weight at first because I was getting all the nutrients I need, and my body was like, oh, we don't know how long we're going to be having this. And so I held on to it until I was like, okay, we're getting this in a routine, and now we can shed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very common thing to happen, is like when you're kind of like starving and you finally eat enough, your body kind of tries to hold on to it because it thinks, okay, it's my final moment. So I'm glad you caught that, because a lot of people, when that happens, when they're first starting their like their journey, and they're on the right track, but then they gain a couple of pounds in the first week or two because of the changes. And then that's, of course, like a easy place to give up because you feel like it's not working for you. Very understandable. Yeah.
I love what you said earlier about how the supplements really helped you kickstart your journey, because sometimes it's really hard for people with PCOS to cut out sugar or to like eat, gluten or dairy free when your appetite is insane, your cravings are insane, you have insulin resistance driving you from like a cellular level. It's like not a willpower thing. And then when you start on supplements that help with insulin resistance, I'm not sure if you started with inositol or berberine, but a lot of people do. Did you try that?
I actually didn't try inositol until like this last year. Everything else was just
Yeah.
just the other supplements. But inositol,
Yeah.
I tried this last year, and that's where my PCOS, my period has become very regular, and I can track it and just know if it gets too far out, I'm a little stressed out and something's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And so like even omega-3, like you said, curcumin, it just reduces inflammation. It gets your body to start working properly. And then you're in the mood to do like the next step because the first one worked.
Yeah. Because part of like my journey before was I was trying all these different diets and workout routines, and it what's the word? Disencouraged me, or just made me want to just not give up, or just made me want to give up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, first and foremost, while going through this journey, I want to heal my relationship with food and with my body. And so I'm not going to stress myself out about changing my diet right away. I'm just going to try to add in the nutrients I need from supplements. And then from there, I'll have the energy to change my food and have a healthy relationship with it.
Yeah. Looking back, do you feel like you overcomplicated it and then like at first, and then it turns out like it's way simpler? It's not so intense. Like it's not so bad.
Yes, I was stressing myself out with like taking like 20 different supplements a day, not actually, just exaggerating. But now I realize, hey, just take the supplements you need and see where your energy is. If you need more, great. If not, just use what you're currently using.
Yeah.
So I use magnesium, my inositol, and then spearmint tea. If I need anything else, I'll add it in. But
Yeah, I love
find
that.
it through my diet.
You have your inositol targeting your insulin resistance, your spearmint tea reducing your testosterone, and then would you say magnesium?
Magnesium, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 7 type magnesium, so it
So good for adrenal fatigue. And I remember on the live, you told me those were two things you were struggling with: insulin resistance and adrenal fatigue. That's wonderful. So you have it down. So you lost 120 pounds. Like, how long did that take you?
It took me, I think, around 4, close to 5 years, because for me, I also wasn't stressing myself out about changing my diet very heavily, because again, it goes back to my relationship with food. And so I know if I had actually sat down and meal prepped more often and just actually kept a stricter diet, it would have been a shorter term. But I did it in the journey that helps me not freak out over it.
Exactly.
I think that's actually perfect, because it's like when you're doing it sustainably, it's actually going to stick, and like the weight loss is going to stick, versus when you go like really extreme, it can kind of like yo-yo, like, you go down, you go up, because it's hard to sustain that. But I think what you did is like the most perfect thing to do is like over time. And it's not a very long time. 5 years losing 120 pounds, that's still a lot of weight in 5 years. So it's like that consistency is now like your lifestyle. I'm sure it doesn't feel like you're even doing anything at this point, right?
Because like even now, like after the holidays, I got a little bit away from my diet, but immediately after I was like, okay, I don't feel good. I can tell I gained a little bit of weight back and I want to get back to what I was doing before. So immediately I started doing my overnight oats, doing my chia pudding and spearmint tea again and all of that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Walk us through a day in your life. So you wake up, you have your breakfast, your supplements. Like exactly what is it like to be a girl with PCOS, keeping it reversed after losing 120 pounds and maintaining that?
So I usually wake up. First thing I do is I go warm up a cup of spearmint tea and I go wash my face, brush my teeth, do all of that while the tea steeps. And then I add some local honey because I like that for my immune system.
Nice.
And then also adds a little bit of sweetness. And then a scoop of the inositol powder in it. And then I switch between either having overnight oats, chia pudding with some granola or things like that. Or I'll even do a breakfast burrito that I like. They're good in high in protein for me.
I love that.
Do you add like sausage and bacon to it? Because I've been
Yes. So it's a chicken chorizo or I do a chicken sausage breakfast burrito, and I really like those. I always love burritos.
I've been doing that as well, not to interrupt, but I've been
I saw your
making
story
breakfast
this
stuff.
morning.
Yeah. She's been making me breakfast bagels in the mornings too. Like it's so good.
I gotta try those. But then I usually go to work and I'll bring a banana with me while I'll have a snack there just to have some sort of energy and get some good potassium in. And then I'll come home and it's usually free for all for lunch. So I'm trying to think, what did I have for lunch today? So today I had a veggie lasagna. Yesterday I had chicken pot pie because the weather dropped and it's been freezing. So I've been wanting warm food.
Yeah. Are you East Coast or are you on the East Coast right now?
Yes, I'm in North Florida, so I didn't get any snow, but it is cold and I don't like it.
I get it.
And then for dinner, it's usually me and my boyfriend. So I've been trying to help him keep me on my PCOS diet. And so we'll do different things. We did, what was it the other night? We did something with chicken. I'm horrible on what I've eaten the day before, but I know I do eat.
So what's it like to have your supportive partner? Was he always understanding? Did you have to introduce it to him? Like, did you meet him after you managed your PCOS or before?
So I met him after my PCOS. So I met him this time last year.
Oh, beautiful.
And so I introduced him to what PCOS is and helped him understand it. And he's been incredibly supportive. And I even told him it's okay if, hey, I'm having a sweet craving, to ask, do you need this or is it a craving? Because he was like, I don't want to say that unless you give me permission. Which,
yeah.
Good man. And so he's been helping with those things where if I'm having a sweet treat, he's like, do you need that? Or do you want a cup of spearmint tea and your inositol? And not in like a rude way, but it is like, you know what? You're right. I don't need this donut. I'm okay. It is 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah. It's like part of a great relationship is like keeping each other like not in check, but just helping each other in certain moments where you might need help. It's like the honesty, you know?
Like I forget to take my supplements and like sometimes I fall off track with like, you know, taking my prenatal, this and that. So Sirak is like a supplement. What's it called? Like militant.
A dictator.
And he'll be like, you're not taking your magnesium and that's why you can't sleep and you're pregnant. No, but it's good. Like, is he wrong? No, he's not wrong.
No, because like same with that is I'll be wired at night and Luke will just like bring me my magnesium. Like, you need this. I'm like, you're right.
I do.
Yeah. And like yesterday with the weather dropping, I got like a really bad, just one day depressive episode. But he was like, let's go walk on the treadmill, get you out of it, get you out of this funk. And I was just, it's really nice having him help me get out of those moments where I just want to be stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely. I mean, when the sun's not shining here in California, I'm going to fall apart. Like, I can't take it. Also, like vitamin D with PCOS is often deficient. I don't know if you've like had it
I
checked.
mean, most people are deficient, but
Yeah.
specifically PCOS women, yeah.
Yeah, especially if you have
Yes.
insulin resistance.
So I usually try to get like be in the sun for at least 15 minutes a day, and I'll open up the doors just to get fresh air in and all of
Yeah.
that. But with the winter, it's been a little bit hard.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now what kind of workouts do you do? Do you lift weights or?
So I'm starting to lift weights. I usually do whatever workout routines you guys have online. So I want to work on my core and my arms. So I've been doing the ones through there.
Nice.
On the
With-
app?
Mhm.
Nice.
So with the weight loss I've had some loose skin. So I'm trying to like tighten that back up and build some muscle for
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
yeah, we've been enjoying that. And then me and Luke will do walks together. We'll do our stretches together because he deals with some tightness in his spine. So I'm like, let me introduce you to stretching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he has tightness in his spine, inversion table is really good if he ever is interested. But also, I love the workouts you're doing. If you ever need like hands-on help in the app, we have the workout classes. We have a new one coming out in February. It's going to be all about full body. It's a full body workout where I walk you through how to do the entire thing. So if you ever need help with like form or anything like that, and then if you want to tone like the core or the arms, I'd recommend like any of the ab workouts will help with that. And then of course like the upper body workouts where we focus more on the arms and things like that.
Perfect. Yeah, because I've also been doing the 12-3-30. That's my
Nice.
go-to if I need to do something.
Yeah.
How many times a week do you do it?
I usually try to do it like 3 times a week.
That's good.
I've been getting back into it because I used to be really good at it, of like doing 3 to 4 times a week. And these past couple months, I've just fallen off my routine.
I know.
That's okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
3 times a week is excellent for 12-3-30. And for anyone listening, that's 12% incline on the treadmill for 30 minutes at 3 miles per hour. And I used to do it before I was pregnant. And it was such a good workout.
Yeah.
And there was one week where I did it every day. And I never looked fitter. Like that week, I was like, wow. But then it was hard to maintain.
Yeah.
But it's only 30 minutes. Like how hard it really is it to maintain?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have no excuse.
But it's hard because it's like
But
for
you
30
sweat a
minutes
lot.
at the incline, like you need to stop, you need to hold on for a second, you know?
Yeah.
So I always
You also sweat a lot. Like you have to
Yeah.
shower and like your hair, like it's hard when you're a girl, like
And I have a lot of
pouring
hair.
sweat like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there are times where I'm doing it and I have to decrease the mile per hour. Just 'cause I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm running now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You-
Exactly.
For sure, especially in the beginning, you don't have to do it at 3 miles per hour, but
Yeah.
it is such a good complement to lifting weights because it's not intense. Like you're not running, you know? Once your body gets used to like the pace, like you can get really good at it. I mean, and you don't have to, like I said, do it 3 miles per hour. You can do like 2.5 and like gradually get there. But you're pouring sweat and you're not running for like an hour and a half. It's not intense with your adrenal fatigue and you feel good afterwards.
Yeah.
There's another one that people can do as well. Like if you go to a gym, the Stairmaster, as long as you keep like the same pace as like the 3 miles per hour, so it's not too fast. Stairmaster is really good because it's working your glutes, your legs, which is,
Yeah.
ideal for insulin resistance.
Yeah. Love that.
And then what are your thoughts on the rowing machine? Because I've been doing that because I know it's a great full body, but I know like can be too intense sometimes for maybe one with PCOS.
No, actually, I love the rowing machine because it's like you said, it's a full body workout. It's working your muscles and your cardiovascular health at the same exact time. So it's a really great combination. And a lot of times, like as long as you have it under control and you're like doing the repetitions without like like getting to that stage where you're just like like that. You should be totally fine. So have like a set number, either like how long, like 30 seconds or 1 minute per set, and or repetitions, and just try to get to that maintenance level before you're like completely exhausted on that set.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got your workouts down, you got your supplements down. We walked through a day in your life. I also wanted to ask you what your experience going gluten and dairy free was like, because a lot of the people listening know that we always talk about it. And sometimes it's hard to start a new diet. But it sounds like you took it one step at a time and you slowly adjusted yourself to it. So what was that experience like?
So it was a little bit hard because everything in my diet beforehand included gluten and dairy. So it was just trying to find different alternatives or just starting slowly with things that have less amount of gluten or dairy in it. I do Fairfield milk, which has lactose free and it has a high protein, so I really liked that to start.
Nice.
And then I switched to what was it, like coconut based yogurt, things like that, so I could still do my what am I word, just chia pudding breakfast, things like that. And then, or doing keto bread just to find like that if I couldn't find gluten-free bread, because a lot of people like to buy it up in the stores.
Yeah.
But it also helped because my sister is celiac, and so she's my stepsister, so it doesn't run for genes. But I've always had to kind of, not always, but recently had to be aware of like where we go for restaurants or what I cook around her when I'm in her house, what we're eating, things like that. So just talking to her really helped me find the right foods to buy that were gluten-free for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's amazing. It's helpful when you have someone doing it with you.
Did you find one or the other to be easier, or was it kind of like the same?
I felt like dairy-free was easier because you don't realize how much gluten is in everything.
Yeah. And cheese is kind of like optional. Like you can always remove it if you want. It's usually a topping or something like that where you can remove it.
Yeah. And so it was definitely harder to be fully gluten-free as compared to dairy-free. There were times I could realize that throughout the whole day I didn't have any dairy, but maybe some gluten snuck in somewhere.
Yeah. Is there any recipe in the app that's your go-to gluten and dairy-free recipe?
Ooh. I'm trying to think. Right now, I've been just doing a lot of breakfast ones because that's where I struggle the most. So I would say probably, I always love the apple pie, overnight oats. That's just
apple pie overnight, yeah.
Or
go ahead.
I'm wanting to try the new one that you guys released with the Crave protein powder. Is it like the brownie batter or something like that?
Yeah.
Or was it Japanese something?
No, it's like a lava cake.
Oh, lava cake. That's right.
Yeah.
And then there was a Japanese cheesecake that I saw too that I really wanted to try.
You gotta try it. That video went viral. People are going nuts. I mixed Sigis vanilla dairy-free yogurt with our protein powder.
Oh, Sigis is the brand, right?
Yeah. And then I squeezed in Sweet Loren's like cinnamon cookies, gluten-free.
Wow.
And in like 4 hours in the fridge, after 4 hours in the fridge, it was so perfect. And then I put frozen blueberries, before I put in the crackers.
Tasted like real cheesecake. It was amazing.
Honestly, like I could not believe it.
I could not believe. I want Sweet Loren's to come back out with their raspberry white chocolate chip cookies. I don't know if you guys ever had them.
No.
We haven't? I feel like it sounds really familiar.
Do you bake them? Are they frozen?
So you can buy them at the store. They're already pre-made, but then you bake them in the oven for like just a few minutes. They're so good. So good.
Maybe they'll come out with it for Valentine's Day, you know?
I really want them to.
We've had them in our freezer. Like we always have a bag in our freezer ever since we got married. Like we used to have it a lot more often.
And then I just like bake 2 of them at night, and it's such a nice little snack with like almond butter.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, because those are my favorite cookies. No.
I love that you're focusing on breakfast recipes in the app because breakfast is really going to set you up for the rest of your day and whether or not your insulin resistance is managed. And like, if you do one thing, listeners, it's to do a high protein, 30 grams of protein breakfast for PCOS because it's just going to start your metabolism, boost your, improve your insulin resistance, reduce your testosterone, and all of the nice hormonal things that need to happen for your body to shed pounds starts with your breakfast. So don't grab a cup of coffee and run out the door. You can make overnight oats the night before if you're in a rush. Like it doesn't need to be this extravaganza, it could be quick, it could be easy. But it's literally like the key to weight loss, I feel like.
Yeah. It's like you're starting your day off with the right fuel in your body,
Yeah.
Because that's always been like my biggest thing I always tell anybody is have 30 grams of protein in the morning. Because for me, that was my biggest thing that I focused on with food was my breakfast. Because beforehand, I never ate breakfast.
Yeah.
And since when I always have 30 grams of protein in the morning, I never really have my cravings throughout the rest of the day. I'm not craving sweet treats as much. I'm not as hangry or dealing with as much fatigue or irritation or irritability or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Your blood sugar could drop and then you're tired and then you're annoyed. And then by the time it's lunchtime, you're starving. You'll eat anything that's in front of you or in the cafeteria or wherever you are. It's like a recipe for disaster if you don't have the right PCOS friendly breakfast. And I've been like upgrading all the breakfasts in the app to infuse our protein powder and like make sure that they're like 30 grams. So I hope you're enjoying that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
this morning we actually had that chocolate lava cake for dessert.
That's actually right there.
I'm gonna make a video on Instagram. You'll see I blend the cocoa powder, the protein powder, and the oats in like a big jar. I put it in the pantry, and every morning I just scoop some out and then add almond butter and almond milk and microwave it, and it's the easiest thing.
Okay, so I'll be over tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
Also, we could do like a whole bed and breakfast here with Tallene serving everybody.
People would love it.
Yeah.
We should do like a retreat.
Tallene's bed and breakfast. Like we can do like a whole spot, like a pop-up spot like that. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
I'll be there.
People would come. I feel like people would come.
Yeah.
It would be fun. Wow. Well, all right.
New ideas.
Amazing. We like to always ask this to everybody as well. For like as a inspiration for other sisters. Since obviously you've been through this journey the last 5 years and more, of course. But what is something that you can mention to people who are listening, who are maybe perhaps just diagnosed or they've been going through their PCOS for a long time? What's something you would tell them to help change your perspective or just help them get on the right track?
Trying to think, because I know I've always like when somebody comes to me, I have the words, and then right now I don't.
It's kind of a hard question to answer because
it's
everyone's different as well.
What I like to say is life's a journey, and then if you're starting this journey or if you've been on this journey and then you get off of it, it's okay to like get off the diet, get off the program. It's okay to try again. You haven't failed, you haven't given up. You're just giving yourself a chance to start again, to try again. And it's going to be even easier this time because you already have more information than you did prior.
Amazing.
And so it's just like, or if you're recently diagnosed, you now have the answers you need to know how to take care of your body, how to listen to it. You're not fighting against it. You're finally listening to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Listening to your body and like 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And that's okay. Because it's again, you're going 2 steps forward and there's going to be some setbacks that's going to make you feel like, you're going backwards, but it's still consistent, the journey that really makes a difference.
Yeah.
If life was just always going one straight line, like we would never enjoy it all. So it's always fun to have the ups and downs.
The ups
100%.
and downs.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, Josie, thank you so much for joining us. You're such an inspiration. And for everyone who's listening, now you have a peek into her life and what it's like for her to manage PCOS and keep it reversed and keep the 120 pounds off.
Thank you so much for having me. I love being here and I love supporting y'all's journey and following along with it.
Oh, thank you.
That means a lot to us, and I'm sure a lot to all the sisters listening. So thank you again, Josie, for being with us.
Can't wait for you to try our protein powder. It's coming in
I'm
the
so
mail.
excited. You'll see me in the Instagram comments commenting about it.
Oh,
I love it.
Good.
I love it.
All right.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you, Josie. Hope you have a great one.
Thank you, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.